Hello everybody, this is Genesis and I'm bringing you guys another Dota 2 commentary. Last commentary, I believe I casted the first game between Myth.Trust and Minesky, and today I'm bringing you guys the second game in the round. As always, I'm not gonna comment anything about the tournament, about winners, about all this stuff. Either way, I presume that in the future I will just cast tournaments quite a long time after they've been played and everybody already knows the results. Mainly, I want to move towards analyzing small things in the game, small strategies, small decisions, but with a high impact over the game, with not such intuitive reasoning behind doing them. And I want to focus on that more than the actual tournament environment life. So that being said, we can start with the analysis of the pick and ban phase. Although after casting so many games from this qualifiers, I believe that there is nothing that I can say about the bans. They are the same bans over and over again. If you watched any of my previous commentaries, you will see the detailed explanation of why certain heroes were banned. What I can discuss, what I will try to discuss is just so that I am having also a little bit of fun, is I'm going to try to discuss just the picks as if the bans don't exist, because frankly the bans are the same. The bans are very important in a game, and I guess all of you guys know that already. They can stir or steer the game towards something or from something or another thing, and but however, when the bans are always, I mean always the same, doesn't really matter what the enemy has picked. If the first ban phase is always the same, then it makes no sense to actually do a first phase of bans. That's my opinion. But hopefully the metagame will change, and there's going to be a diversification of all this like an Chen Darkseer ban stuff. So if I'm just going to look at the picks, like if there were, I don't know, a random draft or something, I would say that the Sentinel goes for mobility and chasing. The Scorch team is going for mobility and chasing. Hence the global TP of Chen, the huge range of the Fisher, of Earthshaker, the wave of the Morphling, and the replicate. Basically, it's also a global TP. While on the other hand, the Sentinel goes for a more team-oriented, team-fight-oriented strategy. As you can see, there are AoEs there are nukers, there is Invoker, obviously, who Invoker is maybe one of the best team fights hero out there. Yeah, well, that can be debated, but still, he's a very good team fighter. So I would guess from these three, only from these three picks of the teams, that one team, namely Scourge, tries to go for some kind of short chasing strategy, whilst the Sentinel goes for a more team fight oriented. Yeah, with the vengeful spirit, the strategy is maintained. Yeah, obviously, you can say that yeah, they're actually going for a late game. No, no, I'm trying to find a little bit of the twist of the whole thing. Yeah, obviously that the Scourge is gonna farm the Morphling to a point where the Morphling basically destroys the whole enemy team. But the twist is that the main strategy is the chasing capability, the short range chasing capabilities. Um, Vengeful, swap, stun, you know the drill. That huge AoE scream, I guess it's a scream. Um, Also, Mirana is being picked. Team fighter. Mirana is a team fighter basically. Those starfalls, that ultimate, they're team engagement. She's a team engagement hero. So the twist for Sentinel, if you look at deeper than the first level, which would be, I don't know, yeah, let's get an invoker fast so that he can carry the mid game, and then I don't know, farm up the Mirana so fast, so powerful that she kills the whole enemy team. Yeah, that's clear. However, the idea is the twist, and the twist is the most important thing. But because the teams, they have a goal that they want to achieve, but they're going to achieve the goal using the twist. Yeah, and see, they picked Puck because they want this chasing mobility, this chasing power, this short range mobility. All of their heroes have some kind of chasing capacity, of being in one place at one point and being in another at the other. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I'm so sure that we're gonna see a hero right now which enhances teamfight capabilities of the Sentinel. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, well, I was wrong. Night Stalker is not a team fighter. He thrives in team fights, but he's not a team fighter. They did not pick the Night Stalker for the twist, definitely not. But yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that the twist is the one that I told you guys. Because why is the twist more important than the goal is because, well, if you don't do properly your twist, you will never ever get to the goal. And in this case, the goal is to get a Morphling farmed up and a Mirana farmed up, or a Mirana plus a Night Stalker, I don't know, or a Mirana farmed up and an Invoker plus a Night Stalker semi fed up, semi grown. Right, presenting the teams. On the Sentinel side, we see Myth.Trust playing with the captain playing the Leshrak, TNK, yeah. 13 NU playing the Invoker, Ababa playing the Night Stalker, R5 playing the Sand King, and LK playing the Mirana. On the Scourge we see Lutan playing the Earthshaker, Fox playing the Puck, Cell playing the Vengeful Spirit, BJ1 playing the Nature's Prophet, and QWE playing the Morphling. As I stated a couple of times, but I really want to reiterate, I'm doing the presentation of the teams, I mean the players, just because I want to give them credit for creating an amazing game, for devoting their life to and their time to playing this game, and so that we can so that you can enjoy amazing games. However, the name that is written there is the name that I'm gonna say, and I apologize to them if they change their names because they want to protect their identity when they're I don't know, training in pubs. They don't want to be spammed. I understand that. However, I hope they don't expect me to know who they are, because I'm not gonna do all that research. I'm not trying to be some kind of, I don't know, impertinent or rude. It's just that's how it is. Once again, I appreciate all the hard work of going to a tournament, having a team, and practicing and everything. So they have my gratitude. Good. And that being said, I will not mention their names normally during the game, because I'm all about the strategy of the game, and I love to see nice moves and stuff like this, but it's all about the strategy in the end for me. Good. We saw a first blood happening right there. Vengeful went down. Not that good for Vengeful. Not that bad either. It was a warding war of sorts right here. It happens. It's okay. So Pook just got a kill on the Invoker on the bottom lane, which is far a bigger problem than losing your first blood to the enemy. You don't want your Invoker to be suppressed by any means. Earthshaker and Vengeful, they do a wonderful roaming team. Okay, and we will see here how nice this no, I'm just probably gonna eat my words. No, that was not nice. I imagined there's gonna be a nice gank on Leshra. Didn't happen. In my opinion, the Earthshaker should have stopped first the Leshra with a stun and then Vengeful. They decided not to do it like that, probably because the Morphling would have been caught on the other side, or on the wrong side of the fissure, if he would have or it would have waveform there. There was a kill on the top lane also by Mirana on the Nature's Prophet. Good for Mirana. I didn't discuss the lanes. There is a normal 1v1 on the top lane between the Nature's Prophet and Mirana. I just lost my words. Nicely done there by Morphling. I have this thing. If I don't immediately start discussing the scene that is happening, like immediately, then I'm just lost it in watching the game. I'm becoming a spectator, not a commentator, which is bad, I know. I hope you guys don't mind, but maybe you really don't want to listen to my voice when the interesting engagements happen. Yeah. Okay, on the mid lane we see a Night Stalker against a Morphling. The Night Stalker is being supported by this Leshrac, so he has a quite nice time. On the bottom lane there is Invoker against a Puke. Invoker should win this lane, but just because he was ganked, oh man, I lost another kill. Just because he was ganked, he lost a little bit of its normal edge. There's also two heroes jungling, the Earthshaker and the Vengeful on the Scorch side, and there is a Sanking roaming. I'm sorry, I still want to say roaming. By the way, there is no jungler on both sides, which I am so happy to see. I grew so tired of seeing jungling heroes, especially on the West qualifiers. All teams, they just want to send a guy in the jungle. I don't know why, but they do it. I mean, I know why. I don't know why that every time you have to send a jungler in the woods. It's like they think they got to a point where that's the only legit strategy, and that's wrong. There are so many interesting ways to develop a game. We see a nice thing right now, I think. No, it wasn't a nice thing. I imagined that the Night Stalker and the Leshrac will kill themselves an Earthshaker. But now the engagement is happening, and the Sand King is gonna intervene, and they're gonna get themselves a nice Nature's Prophet with the help of the Invoker there. We see a nice stun from Mirana on the Morphling. We will see if the Morphling is gonna go down. Probably yes. Yeah, she's dead. It's dead. Whatever. Night Stalker might pay with his life for this. Do we see a stun? No. Earthshaker is gonna go down. Well, okay, the Leshrac misses the stun, but Earthshaker is gonna go down. The Night Stalker did go down in the end, so it was an exchange there, but the Sentinel won it. I think 2-1, 3-1, I think. But let's see, because it's not quite over until the Fat Lady sings, and I think right now the Fat Lady just sang, so returning to normal discussion. That was a perfect example. If I wouldn't have started immediately to speak about what's happening on the screen, I would have just watched it with you guys, being amazed about it. Okay, Morphling is losing some creeps. I mean, he's not killing them properly. You should be careful about that. Right now he's a little bit under leveled. You would expect the Morphling to dominate the lane of the Night Stalker. Didn't happen just because Night Stalker was carried, and the ganks from the roaming heroes of the Morphling didn't do such a great thing. I think they came 2 times or 3 times to gang, and they failed. Scourge is ahead, Sentinel is ahead in kills, and just because Scourge fell into the trap of fighting a team fight, that's why they managed to get this 7-2 score. If I were Scourge right now, I will avoid at any cost clamping up, meaning that whatever Puck. Do you remember that the how everything started? It was a 3. It was Morphling against a Leshrac and a Night Stalker, and then the 2 roamers came, the Vengeful and the Earthshaker, and they tried to kill Leshrac. And the one of the impulse of Puck was to TP middle and try to get a kill. They failed to get a kill. There were already 4 people here. The Nature's Prophet with his mobility also came, and there were already 5 against 2. That was the cue for the Sentinel to say, aha, now we're gonna improvise, now we're gonna take advantage of our better capacity of having team fights. And they came, and it was immediate. Once the Sand King arrived here, Mirana didn't even take part completely in the beginning of that, and still they managed to dominate it. So it was a 4v5 here, and 2 heroes died. I think it was Vengeful and I don't know, I think Puck went down. And then when Mirana came, there was also a kill on the Morphling, and that's what happened. If I was Scourge right now, I'll just keep away from team fights. Yeah, they have some capacity of team fighting. Obviously they do, but not as powerful as the one of Sentinel. What Sentinel must do right now is try to make them climb up pop. And oh, poor Puck. It was a horrible kill there on Puck. That's just because he did not have his phase shift on autocast. As professional players or as high level player, you want to activate the phase shift when you want, not when the enemy wants. However, there is a twist as always. There is a catch, let's call it a catch so that you don't mix the concepts. Okay, we see Vengeful die immediately, nicely done. There's a difference between wanting to activate your phase shift when there is going to happen a battle or something or anything like this, or trying to creep or anything like this. There is another when you're roaming around the map, just put it on autocast. So as he was here and he decided, yeah, I want to whatever he wanted to go up on the top lane and farm, go into the woods, whatever he wanted to do. Okay, let me just right click my phase shift. And if he would have right clicked his phase shift, then he would have phase shifted that slow from the Night Stalker and probably would have survived. Because Earthshaker would have come and the stun would have been there, and it would have been, she could have orbed away. We see a nice kill on the Morphling. This is actually quite a pity. Morphling dying like that. It shouldn't really happen, and I think Morphling right now has a couple of deaths. Yeah, 0-3, that's not good. And only 18 creeps. I would say that the Sentinel have won this game. It's premature, it's just a 12 minute, but when you're suppressing the enemy's main carry like that, you're far ahead. Just look at this Mirana and this Invoker and this Night Stalker compared to the Morphling. And they're getting themselves a Mirana right now as payback, but Mirana, she has 65 kills, creeps. Look, the Morphling is at the same creeping, or even actually less creeping than the Leshrac. Now he has some creeps. He has the top lane and he should get all the creeps. But yeah, towers began to fall and the pushing capacity of Scourge, of Sentinel is there. Yeah, Scourge can anti-push and push their own quite well. But if they clump up to a defense, if the Scourge clumps up to the defense, they're going to be obliterated. And now, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the game is done, is over. Nice thunder by Sand King, interestingly done. I don't think there is any more strategy that I need to talk about. It was just an outplay this game. The picks were okay. It was not an outpick. It was not a complete fail by someone. It was just outplayed. It was outplayed. Oh, poor Shaker. We're gonna see a Link going down. Yeah, there she goes. And we see a Nature's Prophet tipping in, trying to save the day. He will try. They will get this Night Stalker, and probably this Invoker will also go down. No, the Invoker stays, lives, and he's gonna do a triple kill. Yeah, it's gonna be a triple kill for Invoker. Invoker, poor guy, he should have attacked. He would have had the ranged. And there is gonna be a nice Sunstrike. Sand King was also there to fetch the kill. Yeah. And there was just a double kill in there, not a triple. Now the door is opened, and you guys have just witnessed an amazing dominating game. I know it's not very fun to watch a team stomp up the enemy, but this is what has happened. What just has happened? Failed ganks on the mid, failed laning on the top lane. I'm not saying that someone is to blame. I'm just saying that this was outplayed on all levels, on absolutely all levels. I think there isn't a single lane that the Scourge has won, and main carry is level 8 in the 15 minutes. That's lame. Okay, so I think I'll just gonna present the engagements. It's much more fun. There's no strategy involved right now. Only one note actually to say, if you are Sentinel right now, what you want to do is postpone the ending the game. I mean, if you're trying to win the game for sure, you must postpone it at least 10 more minutes, in my opinion. Yeah, that will give some time to Morphling, granted, some time to Morphling to farm. Not that big of a deal. 10 more minutes and you should start pushing. What Scorch needs to do right now is take advantage of whatever is possible to gank. What they just did, and they killed the Mirana. However, you should be careful not to lose. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky because the thing that Scourge must do right now is exactly what Sentinel wants Scourge to do. Clump up, come and gank as a team and kill one hero, and then they come and they kill everybody. Look at this Invoker, how hard he hits. Nicely done there by the Pook, waiting for the nick of time to... Oh! And Invoker just missed, but amazing intuition there. However, the Pook did go down because Sand King has a blink right now, and that's how it goes. We'll see if Sentinel tries to just finish the game right now, and they might do that. If Scourge is not understanding that they lost, I think there's gonna be some killing. Yeah, there's a team wipe on the Scourge side. And only a Night Stalker being killed. Well, if Sentinel doesn't push right now, it's a little bit rude. There was a team wipe. I should have at least tried to get the tower. So they're a little bit rude right now. They're just saying, yeah, we want to kill you a couple of more times before we actually give you the coup de grace. Le coup de grace. Let's. I really want to check it out real quick. Come on! I can't see that. Oh, I hope I can go back to the game. Okay. I thought I just locked my game. I want to see the ultimate from Mortred because that's exactly the French words that I'm using. Coup de grace. The hit of grace. It's like the critical hit from Mortred. Yeah, so apparently they try to take the rude way out, the unfair route out, not unfair, unfair play route out. Probably they're gonna do a Roshan and play it as safe as possible. And I can understand that. Scourge also knows that this is just business, how some gangster would say. Yeah, the Sentinel does want to get a Roshan first, and then try to push. Scourge is also aware of this, and they try to distract the Sentinel from doing the job. But Pook is getting killed right now, and he just bought back. But the Vengeful Spirit also went down. Vengeful Spirit definitely doesn't have a buyback. I just 10 gold. So now Sentinel just said, yeah, leave us alone. Let us get a Roshan, put it on our main tank, and then we're gonna come on our main carry, and then we're gonna come and finish you guys off, which is a little bit frustrating for Scourge right now because they are 100% sure that they've lost the game and they have to play it because forfeiting in the 10th minute is not that okay. I just want to note that Pook shouldn't have bought a rack just because Sentinel didn't want to push, and they should have imagined that. Also, only buy back when you're sure that you should buy back. Now there's going to be at least 2 kills done. Vengeful did go down yet again. And what Scorch had to do, I mean, what you do in such scenario is pray for a Hail Mary, do whatever to keep the Sentinel distracted from pushing your base, whatever is possible. Usually ganking one of two of the heroes works, if the enemy is not that experienced, and just want to push as a team when there are 5. And so on. A countermeasure to that would be to just push whenever, even if the one of your teammates is being ganked currently, just push and destroy the team, the enemy team's base. Now we see a nice engagement, and Reshak just leaves from there, but the Earthshaker just goes down. 3 heroes going down to this Mirana, and Mirana still also bites the dust, but she had on Aegis. Morphling tries to duke it out with Mirana. It's not gonna work. The Morphling is gonna go down. I would wait for him if I were him. Okay, he doesn't want to wait for him. The Sentinel did send down the Leshak down on the bottom lane the top lane. Sorry, up on the top lane to protect the tower. They don't want to give Scourge nothing more than they are supposed to get with hard work. I didn't look at the items. I just briefly gonna do it right now. Reshrak on the Sentinel goes for a Meganim Scepter. He's a little bit away from that. 1300 gold to be more specific. He also has a Narkin Boots and a Bracer, which is quite rich for a support hero. Invoker has a Blink Dagger. Oh my god, a Blink Dagger on Invoker, that's rude, man. And an Orchid and Phase Boots. Pretty farmed up, this Invoker. Amazing chasing capacity. I know that I said that Scourge was going to be the chasing team, but Sentinel also proved to be quite a good chasing team. Actually, they are a good chasing team with the exception of the Leshrak. But I do think that the twist. I'm still keeping my first impression that the twist on the Scourge, on the Sentinel, was the team fights, and I think I proved this already. Going further to Sand King, we see that he has a Blink Dagger, just a Blink Dagger Embracer. I think he's a support also. So he's quite okay there. And Mirana right now has the Lincoln Sphere, the Maelstrom, and she's very, very rich. And she's level 16, and she can kill a lot of heroes very, very fast. The Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger, which is amazing. His team was stomped. With a Blink Dagger, actually, on Earthshaker, you could theoretically defend the base for at least 5 to 10 more minutes. From the point where everything was over. I remember once I played a game of pop and we were stomped, man. I mean, really, really stomped. I was Earthshaker, obviously, and a friend of mine was Shadow Shaman, and we had a Morphling in the team and 2 other heroes, I don't remember. So we pretty much farmed up that Morphling. I think the game took like 80 minutes or something, but with the Blink on Earthshaker, I managed to keep it until I got a Refresher, an Aghanim Scepter. My friend on the Shadow Shaman also got an Aghanim Scepter and a Refresher, and it was quite an experience. And I just remember that they had a Traxxas, and the Traxxas had like 1500 HP, and they were trying to clump up because they had this hero. I don't remember its name right now. It's not in Dota 2. The one which made the snowball, you know, the one. Tusk or whatever his name is. And they were trying to clump up so that they can jump on us with the snowball. And I just warded. They were trying to clump up here, and I warded around here in front of my base. And when I saw them, I just jumped from the ultimate stun, refresher, ultimate stun, and. The funny thing was that they had a 5k Centaur, HP Centaur, and he would be like the last to stand after all that. And then they decided to split up, and the Traxxas was pushing alone, and that's how in the end they beat us, because our morphing still couldn't beat the Traxxas, which was quite interesting to see. Although we gave them like, I don't know, 60 more minutes of fun, or him, the morphing. This game is done. GG is being called. Myth.Trust wins, and they deserve to win according to this game anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep in touch. Bye bye.